When you make a cake from a mix, which do you want? A fresh egg cake or a cake made with dried eggs? For higher, lighter, tastier cake, why, fresh eggs, of course. But remember, all cake mixes are not alike. Betty Crocker cake mixes are different. They call for your eggs, added by you at home. It's the only national cake mix brand that lets you add the eggs. There's a reason why there are no dried egg whites, no dried egg yolks in Betty Crocker cake mixes. When you add the eggs, you're sure to get finer cakes most consistently. 9 out of 10 homemakers in recent tests said Betty Crocker cake mixes gave them bigger, taller cakes than the dried egg cake mixes they tested. Yes, and better tasting cakes, too. Try Betty Crocker Party Cake Mix for yellow, white, or spice cakes. And try Betty Crocker Chocolate Devil's Food Cake Mix for rich, moist devil's food with genuine fresh egg goodness. Get Betty Crocker cake mixes today.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Honey, when was the last time you baked a cake?
Last week, dear.
Oh, I didn't see any cake around here.
It wasn't for you, dear. My club had a charity auction. You know, my cake sold for $5.
Oh, how'd you manage that?
With Betty Crocker's new honey spice cake mix. I just wish you'd seen it. High and light and moist.
Stop it, dear. I'm starving.
Because Betty Crocker puts just the good things you'd use yourself in her honey spice cake mix. Soft as silk cake flour, the very best shortening, fine, delicate spices, and sweet clover honey.
She's right. I'm Betty Crocker, and I promise you a perfect cake every time you bake. That's right, perfect. You be the judge. Or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and get your money back. Remember, I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
And you don't have to bother with fancy icings for any Betty Crocker cake. Who would ask for anything better than chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce? Or white cake and chocolate ice cream with marshmallow topping right out of a jar? Where's the family that doesn't go for cake and ice cream, especially when every cake turns out just the way you want it, thanks to Betty Crocker cake mixes? Bake a Betty Crocker cake right now. Perfect every time.
Be with us again next week when General Mills.
There's something new and exciting in the Betty Crocker kitchens. And here's Betty Crocker herself.
And this is what we're so excited about, my new marble cake mix. It's entirely new, the only marble cake mix in one package that you can mix in one bowl. And the one bowl method makes it so very easy. You just add water and 2 fresh eggs. Now, when you've mixed the batter, pour 3/4 of it into 2 cake pans. Now comes the fun. From this special envelope that comes inside the package, stir in the fine chocolate dark mix. Then drop dabs of the chocolatey batter over the light batter. To make that wonderful marble pattern, run a knife through like this. And there's your Betty Crocker marble cake. Children love it, and grown-ups too. It's so tender, so light, and with my new one-bowl marble cake mix, I promise you a perfect marble cake every time you bake. Cake after cake after cake.
Say, look at this little brownie hat. Isn't that cute? And wouldn't it look great on your youngster? Well, in a moment, I'll tell you how all the boys and girls in your neighborhood can get their brownie hats like this.
Well, all right, Sonny. You can go home now. Hey, look. Let's take a look. Just a little look at that wonderful little character who started it all, the Betty Crocker brownie.
Betty Crocker brownie. Chocolatey. You'll love 'em, you will. Try Betty Crocker brownie mix. It's new.
You know, with this package of Betty Crocker brownie mix, you not only get the best tasting brownies ever, there's also that special brownie hat offer.
That is right. And you can get this very colorful felt brownie hat with this beautiful great big feather in it and your name or your nickname stitched right here across the front. Boy, this is a lot of fun for the kids.
All you have to do is just tear the box top from a package of Betty Crocker brownie mix and send it together with 25 cents and your name and address to Brownie Hat, Box 376, New York 46, New York.
Now remember, that's a brownie mix box top, plus the 25 cents and your name and address to Brownie Hat, Box 376, New York 46, New York. And of course, you must be sure to indicate the name or the nickname that you want stitched on your brownie hat.
Right you are. So stock up on lots of Betty Crocker brownie mix for luscious chocolatey eating. And send for your brownie hats today.
Betty Crocker helped Gracie bake a special cake today.
You'll never guess what kind of cake I baked today.
I give up.
Oh, Judge, you're supposed to guess. Look.
Well, what have we got here?
Well, it's a calico cake.
Calico cake.
Yeah. Betty Crocker showed me how to make it with a wonderful marble cake mix.
Oh, I get it. All those different colors.
That's why it's a calico cake, George.
A calico cake is such fun to make and so easy with our Betty Crocker marble cake mix. Just mix the yellow part of our marble cake mix batter as usual. Then add the chocolate marbling mixture that comes right in the package to 1 cup of the batter. To the 2nd cup of batter, add 1/4 teaspoon of mint flavoring and a few drops of red food coloring. Then spoon the batter alternately into 2 8-inch cake pans and cut through the batter with a knife several times for the calico effect. Bake as directed on the package. And this delicious calico cake is just one of the perfect ways to serve our Betty Crocker marble cake, because we guarantee a perfect cake, homemade perfect, cake after cake after cake.
From Idaho country come mashed potatoes country style, only from Betty Crocker. Mashed potatoes, now with garden fresh flavor. None of that instant taste. These potatoes are for real. Betty Crocker mashed potatoes taste real because they are real. Straight from Idaho. Mashed potatoes from Betty Crocker. Look for the big red spoon.
For the finest breakfast variety to ever brighten your morning,
pick a pack of Cheerios, pick a pack of Tricks, pick a pack of Jets, pick a pack of Kicks and Wheaties too. The choice is up to you with the Betty Crocker Pick a Pack package.
10 individual servings, handiest cereal package of all. So next time,
pick a pack of Cheerios, pick a pack of Tricks, pick a pack of Jets, pick a pack of Kicks and Wheaties too. The choice is up to you with the Betty Crocker Pick a Pack package.
Discover Tropical Mist. Exotically different tropical mist by Betty Crocker. Perhaps the most provocative new cake flavor in years. Startlingly different. Discover the soft citrus flavor of Tropical Mist. New Tropical Mist. Layer cake mix or angel food mix, only from Betty Crocker.
Classic elegance in basic white, interpreted by the great designers. The House of Cassini, Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker? Yes, Betty Crocker designs a classic white dessert. Elegant flavor in smooth, light white frosting and in moist, tender white cake. A dessert as elegant as a Cassini original. Betty Crocker white cake and creamy or fluffy white frosting. When the flavor's this exciting, you can bet it's Betty Crocker.
Charlie Morris is a
lemon lover,
but he won't touch lemon cake.
Funny flavor,
says Charlie. But Betty Crocker changed Charlie's mind with the first cake and frosting mixes with 100% natural lemon flavor. Rich, moist cake and creamy, smooth frosting. The first mixes with 100%
natural lemon flavor.
Betty Crocker Sun-Kissed Lemon Cake and Frosting. When the flavor's this exciting, you can bet it's Betty Crocker.
You were little and had fun making mud pies? And then you grew up and helped Mommy bake a Betty Crocker cake. Well, now that you're older, guess what? Now there's a Betty Crocker Easy Bake Oven just for you.
It's the most beautiful oven I've ever seen.
And it comes with real Betty Crocker mixes.
Be a Betty Crocker baker, make a Betty Crocker cake in your Betty Crocker Easy Bake Oven.
And you can get extra Betty Crocker mixes to make lots of delicious treats.
Hey, Mom, wanna lick the spoon?
Another good thing about Kenner's Betty Crocker Easy Bake Oven, it comes with valuable Betty Crocker gift coupons.
Today, all good cakes are moist, but rich body. That's the plus that makes a great cake, a Betty Crocker cake. Rich body. It makes a good cake great, and that's quite a plus. Today, there are a lot of frosting mixes, but to many people, Betty Crocker frosting doesn't have that mixy taste. We think you'll agree it's a mix that doesn't taste like a mix. Some things are better these days, like Betty Crocker cake and frosting mixes.
We're back.
What's to eat?
You make snack and cake in a pan with a fork and a spoon and a measuring cup. It's something special to eat and nothing much to clean up.
All a busy mom needs to mix a Betty Crocker snack and cake is a fork, spoon, measuring cup, and one pan you mix, bake, and serve it in. Betty Crocker snack and cake, 6 great flavors.
It's something special to eat and nothing much to clean up.
Frankfurters, meatloaf, fish sticks, lamb, pork chop, salmon, chicken, ham.
When you're serving me plain, without gravy, your potato can make the meal. Like Betty Crocker scallop potatoes. Tender potato slices in a velvety smooth white cream sauce.
For meat served plain without gravy, Betty Crocker scalloped potatoes, au gratin, creamed, or hash browns. The plain meat potatoes from Betty Crocker.
It's rich.
Chunky. Chewy.
Very moist.
All at the same time?
Introducing not one, but 3 easy-to-make bar cookie mixes. Peanut butter chocolate chip, honey spice nut, and butter pecan. New Betty Crocker bar cookies.
It's rich.
Chunky. It's chewy.
It's very moist.
All at the same time.
New bar cookie mixes. Only from Betty Crocker.
2 bright dessert ideas from Betty Crocker. First of all, just one Betty Crocker Devil's Food cake will convince you it tastes better than any other Devil's Food mix. Tastes richer and moister. Bake one yourself and see. Second, Betty Crocker creamy frostings. Besides making great frostings, you can make homemade candy from them too, like fudge. Easy candy recipes on every box. Betty Crocker cakes and frostings. Try one or 2.
They're here.
Already? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Ready when you are, and even when you aren't. Have a Betty Crocker ready to spread frosting.
It's the rich, creamy frosting that's oh so spreadable. She's gonna love it.
I hope it's as good as Mom's. A birthday cake should be special.
Frosting sure is. Good cake, huh, Mom?
Especially the frosting.
Betty Crocker ready to spread frosting.
2 bright reasons to choose Betty Crocker. First of all, just one Betty Crocker Devil's Food cake will convince you. It tastes better than any other leading Devil's Food mix. Tastes moister. Bake one yourself and see. Second, the fine frostings of Betty Crocker. Outstanding for their creaminess, the superb spreadability. They're delicious. Betty Crocker cakes and frostings. Try one or 2.
Perhaps you already know how special Betty Crocker snack and cake is. But do you know it's even better now? There are more good things in every flavor. More pecans and almonds. More raisins and chocolate chips. More walnuts. And Betty Crocker snack and cake is easier now. Just add water, mix, bake, and serve in the same pan. Better and easier now. That's Betty Crocker snack and cake.
Look into Betty Crocker snackin' cakes and you'll see. They're extra moist and full of special things like
bananas and walnuts, raisins and spice, apples and almonds, the taste that is nice. Real pecans and coconut, plus 3 kinds of chocolate.
moist Betty Crocker snackin' cake. So easy. Just mix with water, bake, and serve in the same pan.
Taste the good things that bake in a Betty Crocker snackin' cake.
Good things inside make it taste so great. Try Betty Crocker snacking cake for goodness sake. Taste the good things that bake in a Betty Crocker snacking cake.
It's good things like these, and plenty of them, that make Betty Crocker snackin' cake so delicious. And you just mix with water, bake, and serve in the same pan.
Taste the good things that bake in a Betty Crocker snacking cake.
Do you know the facts about Betty Crocker Devil's Food Cake Mix?
Facts?
Fact 1. With Betty Crocker, you get a Devil's Food Cake that's deliciously moist.
Yeah?
Fact 2. Tests show it tastes better than the other leading Devil's Food Cake Mix.
Terrific.
The fact is, your family will love it.
Honey, this is really moist.
I knew you'd love it. It's Betty Crocker.
Is that a fact?
Oh, tastes great, Mom.
Tastes moist and tastes better.
That's a fact.
I wish my mix baked up this moist.
Well, yours is moist. It's just not super moist.
New Super Moist is the name of a whole new kind of layer cake mix from Betty Crocker.
My wife's cake is really moist.
It's super moist.
Huh? What?
New Super Moist has special pudding in the mix to make it unbelievably moist.
Glad I switched mixes.
The old ones are moist.
But they're not super moist.
Other cake mixes may be moist, but they're not super moist.
Even if you're on a plain meat budget, nothing plain about hamburgers with Betty Crocker au gratin potatoes, smooth cheddary sauce, or chicken with sour cream and chive potatoes, real sour cream, hot dogs, Betty Crocker hash browns, crisp outside, tender inside, meatloaf, scalloped potatoes, and velvety smooth sauce.
Honey, I don't know how you do it.
Make your meals not so plain with the plain meat potatoes from Betty Crocker.
When a big cake is too much,
Make someone happy.
with Stir and Frost.
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
For all those times when a big cake is too much, Stir and Frost comes complete with cake mix frosting in its own pan.
Go directly to jail.
Here, enjoy yourself.
With Stir and Frost,
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
There's a cake so moist, it's called super moist. There's a frosting so creamy, it's called Creamy Deluxe. Put them together and
Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy. Bake a smile for someone you care for.
with the moistness of super moist and the creaminess of Creamy Deluxe.
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
There's a cake so moist, it's called super moist. There's a frosting so creamy, it's called Creamy Deluxe. Put them together and
Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy. Bake a smile for someone you care for.
with the moistness of super moist and the creaminess of Creamy Deluxe.
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
There's a cake so moist, it's called super moist. There's a frosting so creamy, it's called Creamy Deluxe. Put them together and
Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy. Bake a smile for someone you care for.
with the moistness of super moist and the creaminess of Creamy Deluxe.
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
Hey, there's a snack inside my snacking cake.
Bake someone happy.
Hi, Grandma. There's a snack inside my snacking cake.
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
Inside every delicious snackin' cake is a special snack. Chocolate chips, or banana, or raisins, or walnuts. Snackin' cake, just mix, bake, and serve in the same pan.
There's a snack inside my snacking cake. With snacking cake,
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
There's a cake so moist, it's called super moist. There's a frosting so creamy, it's called Creamy Deluxe. Put them together and
Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy. Bake a smile for someone you care for.
with the moistness of super moist and the creaminess of Creamy Deluxe.
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
For a moist, super moist cake, Creamy Deluxe is the only frosting that's good enough, because it's buttercream creamy.
We did it! Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can.
The buttercream creaminess of Creamy Deluxe. It's the only way to frost the incredible moistness of a super moist cake.
You and Betty Crocker can. We did it! Bake someone happy.
To perk up plain meat meals,
Reach for the spoon.
Betty Crocker scallop potatoes, made from fresh russet slices with a delicately seasoned white sauce. With pork chops there.
Reach for the spoon.
Betty Crocker au gratin potatoes, real russet slices in a sauce tangy with real cheddar cheese. Sure gives meatloaf a lift.
Sure does.
Perk up your plain meat meals with Betty Crocker potatoes.
Reach for the spoon. The Betty Crocker spoon.
3 delicious desserts from Betty Crocker. There's snacking cake,
Bake someone happy.
fudge supreme brownies,
Bake someone happy.
or stir and frost.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Stir and frost comes with frosting in its own baking pan. It's the perfect size when a big cake is more than you need. Just one of the delicious ways.
You and Betty Crocker can.
You made it all yourself?
Bake someone happy.
3 delicious desserts from Betty Crocker. There's stir and frost,
Bake someone happy.
fudge supreme brownies,
Bake someone happy.
or snacking cake.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Inside each delicious snacking cake is a special snack, like chocolate chips, or bananas, or walnuts. Just one of the delicious ways.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Best bite I've had all day.
Bake someone happy.
For a moist, super moist cake, Creamy Deluxe is the only frosting that's good enough, because it's buttercream creamy.
We did it! Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can.
The buttercream creaminess of Creamy Deluxe. It's the only way to frost the incredible moistness of a super moist cake.
You and Betty Crocker can. We did it! Bake someone happy.
Recipe for a happy birthday. First, take 1 Betty Crocker super moist cake. Putting in the mix makes it so incredibly moist, it's super moist. Next, top with Betty Crocker Creamy Deluxe frosting. So buttercream creamy, it's like homemade. Super moist and Creamy Deluxe. Together, they're the recipe for America's favorite cake and frosting. For a happy birthday or a happy anytime.
You and Betty Crocker can.
I love you, Mommy.
Make someone happy.
Betty Crocker muffin mixes are bursting with fruit. There's new apple cinnamon,
Bake someone happy.
new tart cherry,
Bake someone happy.
and traditional wild blueberry.
You and Betty Crocker can.
Each one comes with a can of fruit for muffins bursting with fruit flavor. New apple cinnamon, new tart cherry, and wild blueberry muffin mixes. So bursting with fruit.
You and Betty Crocker can. Bake someone happy.
Butter. Betty Crocker's best just got butter. Creamy Deluxe, the one and only ready-to-spread frosting that has added real butter. With Creamy Deluxe and Super Moist,
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
Ooh, will you look at that?
In more ways than one, you lead me on. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Yeah, you know my weakness.
I can't resist. You leave me breathless Crocker.
Up until now, you couldn't find a ready-to-spread frosting with the homemade goodness of any butter added. Up until new Betty Crocker Creamy Deluxe. Taste the homemade difference in the only ready-to-spread frosting that has added a touch of fresh, creamery butter. Try it with your next super moist cake. New Creamy Deluxe, buttery smooth taste, so much like homemade, you can't tell them apart.
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
I wonder if that's for me.
I got your number, cupcake, sweet talk in disguise. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. I tumble and I crumble when you ripple and rise.
She's getting a bigger piece than me.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
You're my one and only.
My creamy deluxe, my only one with butter.
You butter me up.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Oh, honey, what you do to me?
You spread with devastation and you lead me on and on. Oh, creamy deluxe, you're the cream of a crop. Frosting with butter.
You knock my socks off.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Right.
I'm a fool for your chocolate.
I go wild, I get crazy, go out of control. If you're talking chocolate, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Your brownies give me fever, your cake gives me chills. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
I wonder if that's for me.
I got your number, cupcake, sweet talk in disguise. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. I tumble and I crumble when you ripple and rise.
She's getting a bigger piece than me.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
I'm a fool for your chocolate.
I go wild, I get crazy, go out of control. If you're talking chocolate, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Your brownies give me fever, your cake gives me chills. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Hey, Betty, what's new? Go ahead, surprise me. Lead me down your rocky road. Surprise me. Take me over the rainbow. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
There's more?
Praise and amaze me. Drive me caramel chocolate nuts. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Your frosting's too much. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, you hit me with something new.
You're full of surprises.
Betty Crocker, you sweet talker, you.
My one and only.
My creamy deluxe with the tempting touch of butter. You butter me up. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Oh, honey, what you do to me?
You spread sweet devastation and you lead me on and on. Oh, creamy deluxe, you're the cream of the crop with your tempting touch of butter.
Knock my socks off.
Oh, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Will you look at that?
In more ways than one, you lead me on. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Yeah, you know my weakness.
I can't resist. You leave me breathless.
You did it again.
With more than one way to my heart. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Introducing Cake Lovers Collection.
How could you?
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Invent a cake mix with a big pouch of juicy carrots and plump raisins, or with so many chunks of real chocolate. It's like a time bomb in my pantry. I can't think. I can't sleep. I can't wait.
New Cake Lovers Collection. It's more than a new mix.
It's a new obsession.
You sweet talker.
Crocker, Betty Crocker. New Cake Lovers collection.
Hey, Betty, what's new?
Well, it surprised me, knocked me out with coconut. It surprised me, and showed me how you really do it up. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker, praise and amaze me. Lead me down your rocky road. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker, take me over the rainbow. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, look what you go and do. Betty Crocker, you sweet talker, you.
I'm a fool for your chocolate.
I go wild, I get crazy, go out of control. If you're talking chocolate, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. Your brownies give me fever, your cake gives me chills. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Salad while the world goes by. Suddenly salad.
Betty Crocker's new Suddenly Salad.
Suddenly salad.
Just boil in our flow-through mesh pouch, rinse to chill, and toss in our special seasonings.
All you people have your little quirks. You love tasty salads, but you don't love the work. Suddenly salad.
3 pastas and 1 potato salad.
Suddenly salad.
Live high.
So, you got your box. Microwave, it's the new Betty Crocker one. You zap it, 4 minutes, and boom, cake. Real, homemade, 4 flavors with, and here's the thing, frosting. This is the only microwave cake that comes with frosting. And cake without frosting. I mean, what's the point? Anyway, that's microwave. It's new from Betty Crocker. Instant, total gratification. Yeah. So you want cake? No, you need cake. Now. Boom. Microwave from Betty Crocker. That's micro as in 4 minutes, rave as in rave reviews. Instant, total gratification. Yeah.
Oops. Should have baked a Betty. Bake your best brownie. Bake a Betty.
Hard to believe, but there are times when a smaller amount of Pop Secret popcorn is perfect. Introducing Pop Secret Singles, a single serving of perfect popcorn.
It's good for me. Angel food cake. No fat, no cholesterol. That's what I call having your cake and eating it too. No fat, no cholesterol.
Sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
It's not even my birthday.
You make every day a party.
Sure looks like a party.
I love your new party frosting.
Fun, huh?
I'm falling for you, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. I think your dinosaurs are wild, and I love your teddy bears. How can I resist you?
One more.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. You sweet talker.
Betty, your brownies drive me crazy.
You're the one who makes me come all undone. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
That makes me nuts.
All the sweet things you do with those brownies. Ooh, what's that I see? Mercy, it's Hershey.
Oh, Betty.
Your brownies knock me off of my feet. You sweet, sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
It's not even my birthday.
You make every day a party. I love the new party frosting. I think your dinosaurs are wild, and I love your teddy bear. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker says, quote, only 100% Idaho russet potatoes plus a rich creamy sauce equals a taste you'll love. Say scalloped potatoes from Betty Crocker and say something special.
It's not even my birthday.
You make every day a party.
Sure looks like a party.
I love your new party frosting.
Fun, huh?
I'm falling for you, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. I think your dinosaurs are wild, and I love your teddy bears.
sweet talker, Betty Crocker, you sweet talker.
Oh, Betty.
Like cake, and you're like frosting too. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
This is light. I love it.
94% fatty. They belong together naturally.
Don't forget me, Dad.
Baby, you know where it's at. All the fun without all the fat. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
It's not even my birthday.
You make every day a party.
Sure looks like a party.
I love your party frosting.
Fun, huh?
I'm falling for you, you sweet talker, Betty Crocker. I think your dinosaurs are wild, and I love your teddy bear. How can I resist you?
One more.
You sweet talker, Betty Crocker. You sweet talker.
How does Betty Crocker make plain potatoes more appealing? Introducing home-style skin-on potatoes. Only Betty Crocker leaves the skin on for cheesy home-style skin-on potatoes with real appeal. How does Betty Crocker make plain potatoes more appealing? Introducing home-style skin-on potatoes. Only Betty Crocker leaves the skin on for cheesy home-style skin-on potatoes with real appeal.
Incredibites. Crispy, bite-sized granola sandwiches filled with chocolate, peanut butter, vanilla cream.
Great taste and granola goodness in a crispy bite-sized sandwich. Incredibites. Incredibly edibly good.
Hey, they said, what would you say if we told you Pop Secret test pops over 100,000 bags of popcorn a year just to be sure that we get a full bag that's light, fluffy, and delicious? I'd say good.
Pop Secret Perfect Popcorn is our passion.
Oh, Betty, something new.
Introducing Betty Crocker Supreme Dessert Bars in 4 great flavors.
Your chocolate peanut butter drives me nuts. Your lemon gives me chills.
How do you do it?
Your caramel turns me inside out. Your chocolate toffee sends me thrills.
Betty Crocker Dessert Bars. There's never been anything quite like them.
Dad.
You sweet talker.
New dessert bars.
Betty Crocker.
Let's face it, kids are always going to snack. It's instinctive, part of their chemistry. So why not give them something incredible to snack on? Like new Incredibites. Incredible bite-sized nuggets of crispy granola filled with chocolate, peanut butter, or vanilla cream. It's a delicious kid snack even a mother could love. New Incredibites. Send them snacking in a new direction.
For great recipes, Betty wrote the book, and now she has another bestseller. New Betty Crocker recipe sauces. Just simmer and serve, and you'll get rave reviews.
Excellent dinner, Mom.
New Betty Crocker recipe sauces. Homemade dinners made easy.
Come on, Betty. Make my meal. These scalloped potatoes, so creamy, piping hot, real Idaho russets. I like them a lot.
Betty's Easy Scalloped, the potatoes that make the meal.
It's just a fast 15 minutes from simmer to sensational. Catch the Potatoes Express, new from Betty Crocker.
Annie, they said we are so excited about this new popcorn Pop Secret by request. Guys, I said, stop bouncing on the couch. You might wake the cat. Taste Pop Secret by request, they said. Delicious, I said. Now look at the box. 80% less fat. Tastes great and less fat. Well, if that's not a dream come true, somebody pinch me.
New Pop Secret by request. Perfect popcorn is our passion.
I'm not dreaming. It's all true.
My name is Sydney, I'm an Aussie hunk. Got a wacky snack, you don't just eat your dunk. Cookies on one side, frosting on the other. The creamy taste will drive you wild. Let's have another Dunkaroos, Dunkaroos. You don't just eat your Dunkaroos. Frosting's like
chocolate, vanilla, yummy cookies too.
Tastes so good with a glass of Dunkaroos, Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos cookie and frosting snack. You don't just eat your Dunkaroos.
Betty Crocker knows what guys want.
Potatoes.
Betty makes one hot potato.
How about it, Mom?
Betty Crocker knows how to shake guys up. Introducing new potato shakers. Turn your fresh potatoes in a shake into seasoned oven browns. Another delicious way that Betty makes one hot potato.
Thanks, Mom.
Try creamy chilled desserts. Mix it, chill it. There's no baking to it.
Dunkaroos is the cookie you dunk for as much frosting as you want. So how do you do your Dunkaroos?
The super duper deep dunk.
The long distance dainty dunk.
You can dunk a Dunkaroo in as much chocolate or vanilla frosting as you want. So, how do you do your Dunkaroos? Now we've mixed yummy chips of chocolate in a creamy vanilla frosting. New chocolate chip Dunkaroos. Hip hip for chocolate chip.
Betty Crocker knows what hungry guys want.
Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes.
And Betty makes one hot potato.
Squeeze-It fruit drink squeezable characters are so much fun. You'll really get into them.
You're in, Smith!
Now say cheese. So why not squeeze a little fun into your face? Squeeze-It fruit drink. Squeeze the fun out of it.
Betty Crocker knows what guys want.
Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes.
And Betty Crocker makes one hot potato.
Once you find yourself in the middle of most sandwich cookies, you'll find there's not so much middle in the middle.
Tell me.
But now there's new cookies and cream Dunkaroos. You can make a sandwich cookie with as much frosting as you want in the middle. Because you take special chocolatey cookies and dunk them into creamy white frosting, then put them together for a sandwich cookie that puts you in the middle of a lot of fun. New cookies and cream Dunkaroos. Lots of middle.
Lots of fun.
Betty Crocker frosting. Maybe you like yours rich and creamy. Or maybe you like a softer, fluffier whipped frosting. Either way, Betty's got you covered. With Betty Crocker, life is sweet.
Honey, how come you don't bake for breakfast anymore?
I never baked for breakfast.
Yeah, that's right. I'm confusing you with my mother.
Didn't your therapist warn you about that?
Jeez, I'd kill for cinnamon bread or
Streusel?
Oh, Betty Crocker makes cereal.
For people like you who crave home-baked taste and wives like me who leave it to Betty.
Brown sugar, cinnamon, icing swirls.
And it's low in fat. Was your mother's?
Nothing my mother made was low in fat. Except for me.
New Betty Crocker cereals, home-baked taste by the spoonful.
Betty Crocker knows what guys want today.
Potatoes.
With only 3 grams of fat, but all the taste. And now Betty Crocker makes one smart potato.
Betty Crocker frosting. Maybe you like yours rich and creamy. Or maybe you like a softer, fluffier whipped frosting. Either way, Betty's got you covered. With Betty Crocker, life is sweet. Betty Crocker frosting. Maybe you like yours rich and creamy. Or maybe you like a softer, fluffier whipped frosting. Either way, Betty's got you covered. With Betty Crocker, life is sweet.
Introducing the most exciting thing to happen to mashed potatoes since the 60s. New seasoned mashed potatoes from Betty Crocker in 3 fab flavors like roasted garlic and butter and herb.
Ooh, these are tasty spuds. Daddy-o.
New from Betty Crocker.
See you later, Mom.
Hey, how about a little reward?
A dozen roses.
A brownie filled with fudge.
A brownie.
Presenting Sweet Rewards Double Fudge Brownies.
Ooh, did you say double fudge?
Yep, surrounded by a dark, moist brownie.
Pardon me for drooling.
Go ahead. They're fat-free.
Get out.
Sweet Rewards Double Fudge Brownies. They're from Betty Crocker, so your whole family will love them.
You know, forget the flowers. I'll take a dozen of these.
My best friend's Betty. My best friend's Betty. My best friend's Betty. All the family's waiting to taste the things we're baking. My best friend's Betty. Betty Crocker. My best friend's Betty. Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker and me.
Every kid's got the same problem. Our moms are too busy for lunch, so they want something quick, right? Right. And they say it has to taste good, right? They said right. What are they thinking?
Lunch should taste great, even on a tight schedule. That's why there's new Bon Appetit. Add water, microwave, and in minutes a rich, creamy pasta Alfredo or a savory herb chicken vegetable rice. New Bon Appetit lunch bowls on your grocery shelf now for a delicious hot lunch on the go.
Come! The treasure of Dunkaroos awaits!
Are we close, Dunk?
We're so close I can taste them.
Tons of frosting and cookies. Wow!
A little further, and there they are!
Look at that!
Quick, grab on!
Dunkaroos!
Dunkaroos, cool cookie shapes and tons of creamy frosting.
There's an adventure in every dunk!
Here's some inside information from Betty Crocker. It's the most exciting thing you can do with the inside of a cake. Introducing the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, a delightful new pan that lets you prepare a cake with all kinds of delicious fillings. Imagine the look on your child's face when you cut into the cake and there's his favorite flavor of ice cream or her favorite gelatin. And who wouldn't enjoy a cake filled with delicious fresh fruit? The secret is these 3 separate sections. Just pour your favorite Betty Crocker cake mix into the main bacon fill pan and lock on this special inner chamber. Now pour more cake mix into this base pan and put them both in to bake. When they're done, remove the insert, add your filling to the center cavity, and cover it with the base. In no time, you'll have the greatest cake you ever made.
Making an exciting cake with my Betty Crocker Bacon Fill is so easy, and everything's non-stick, so there's no messy cleanup.
These are the kind of desserts you'll find in the finest restaurants. Ice cream cakes, Italian-filled torts, even baked Alaska. Or you can simply fill your cake with a different Betty Crocker cake mix. Just fill the inner chamber instead of the base. Now make all your cakes extra special. Make them Betty Crocker Bacon Fill cakes. You'll get the bacon fill pan, the inner chamber, and the base pan, complete with instructions and Betty Crocker recipes. All for only $19.95. Guaranteed to delight you or your money back. Call now and we'll also include this special dome pan that lets you make holiday cakes like this. Or give your young baseball hero a celebration he'll never forget. It's yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. Plus, we'll give you over $5 worth of coupons. Good for your favorite General Mills products. So don't delay. Order your Betty Crocker Bacon Fill now.
To order your Betty Crocker Bacon Fill for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, call 1-800-765-2564 or send check or money order to Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut. Call now.
Here's some inside information from Betty Crocker about the inside of a cake. Introducing the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill. It lets you prepare a cake with all kinds of delicious fillings. Your child's favorite ice cream, delectable gelatin, even fresh fruit. The secret is these 3 separate sections. Just pour in your favorite Betty Crocker cake mix and lock on this inner chamber. When they're done baking, remove the insert and add your filling to the center cavity. In no time, you'll have the greatest cake ever. We'll also include Betty Crocker recipes, plus this special dome pan for holiday cakes like this or special celebrations. It's yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. We'll even give you over $5 in General Mills coupons. You get everything for only $19.95. So order now.
To order your Betty Crocker Bacon Fill for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-552-2715.
Start with Betty and get to the oh what fun part a whole lot faster. Betty Crocker Sugar Cookie Mix. See what you can make at BettyCrockerCookies.com.
Hello? Hi, Sophie. Sleepover, yeah, I'd love to. What now? I can't right now.
Maybe it's fine. Go.
Sophie, I'm helping Mum. Can I come over a bit later?
Betty Crocker delicious chocolate fudge brownie mix. Betty Crocker, it's homemade, made easy. And you can also try our cookie mix range.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Those were for Santa.
He's okay.
He's gonna be here soon. He's gonna leave.
Santa's a good guy.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave.
Okay, let's fix it. We're gonna have these in no time, my man. That's one way we could do it.
Leave it.
Okay.
And just put all those sprinkles on it.
Nice one. Okay.
Dad, leave those for Santa.
Okay.
Betty Crocker sugar cookies. In less than 20 minutes, you can bake life sweeter.
Indulgence should be celebrated. Dessert put on a pedestal. Chocolate is the 8th wonder. Warm chocolate, the 9th. Bowl should be licked till the tongue is tired. And fudge is your best friend. Just seconds in the microwave and indulgence is served. Betty Crocker Warm Delights. You're just 3 minutes from heaven.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Those were for Santa.
He's okay.
He's gonna be here soon. He's gonna leave.
Santa's a good guy.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave.
Okay, let's fix it. We're gonna have these in no time, my man. That's one way we could do it.
Leave it.
Okay.
And just put all those sprinkles on it.
Nice one. Okay.
Dad, leave those for Santa.
Okay.
Betty Crocker sugar cookies. In less than 20 minutes, you can bake life sweeter.
Hello? Hi, Sophie. Sleepover, yeah, I'd love to. What now? I can't right now.
Maybe it's fine. Go.
Sophie, I'm helping Mum. Can I come over a bit later?
Betty Crocker delicious chocolate fudge brownie mix. Betty Crocker, it's homemade, made easy. And you can also try our cookie mix range.
Taste the difference of new Betty Crocker home-style shaker pancakes. By adding milk, not water, you get delicious pancakes every time. Also available in shaker muffins and cupcakes, treat yourself to Betty Crocker's shaker range.
Chocolate's all I can think about. I love baking with Mum and Emma. That smell. It's like I'm eating it already. And I get to lick the chocolate off the spatula. Ooh, I love cake. Yummy.
Devil's Food Cake by Betty Crocker. And why not try Betty Crocker cupcakes?